As you know, boundaries are very important when it comes to relationships, when it comes to our workplace, when it comes to our interactions with others. It makes us feel safe, but mainly it helps us communicate what we will or will not do for us to feel safe. So today, let's look at 10 signs that you are actually struggling with boundaries. Hello everyone, my name is Sylwia. Welcome to my channel. So today we will be looking at 10 signs to help you recognize whether you are struggling with boundaries or not. Boundaries are very important. As I said at the beginning, it helps us communicate clearly what we will or will not do. But once again, this is all about what we will do. It's not about the other person. So, sign number one that you might be struggling with boundaries is you find it very hard to make decisions. You always are pleasing people, you doing everything that they want, and you maybe don't know what you like because maybe you feel like making decisions for yourself is not quite safe for you. And we don't know what is right, what is wrong, because it's all about the other person's expectations of us. So sign number two is you struggling with saying no to people. And saying no makes you feel very selfish. And that is when you make it all about the other person. But in fact, it's not about either you or them. It's about the middle space. And that is the safe space. Okay? Let's look now at the sign number three, which is you apologize a lot. You always feel like you have to apologize for everything and everyone, even if you don't know what exactly you're apologizing for. You just don't want the other person to be upset with you. You don't want to feel like your actions or you are inconvenient for the other person. Sign number four that you are struggling with boundaries is you don't know the right amount to share with others. So you either overshare everything about you, or maybe you don't want to share at all, so you're very closed off. You don't find the balance. You don't know how to find the nice balance between oversharing and not sharing at all. Sign number five is when you act out very passive aggressively. What does that mean? It means that maybe you will act out based on you want other people to read your mind. You want communicate clearly what you want. Instead, you will expect other people to read your mind and you read what you want through your passive actions. And if they don't do it, you become very passive aggressive towards them. The way you interact with others is based on you won't say exactly what you want. Instead, you will expect them to read your mind and to know what you want. Sign number 6 is when you always prioritize others. You have them on this pedestal. You will always do everything for them. You will push your own needs aside. You will suppress your own plans, maybe, just to please other people. And with that, as a result, you're struggling with knowing who you are and what you are, what you like, what you're not liking. So prioritizing others and the effect of not knowing who you are. Because when you do that, it's like their goals becomes your goals, their boundaries become your boundaries, and you have no idea where you're ending and when the other person is starting, and the other way around. So that's another sign of you having issues with boundaries. Let's look now at the sign number 7, which is you can't tolerate the idea of someone not liking you. You will do anything to be accepted. You will do anything to get some kind of reassurance from other people. And as a result, you might actually struggling with finishing things off by yourself, because you will finish off things basically based on the reassurance and the affirmations and the confirmation you will get from other people, and that will gonna help you off, like finishing something for them rather than for yourself. And all of that is based on fear of being rejected. You're afraid of being rejected. Sign number 8 that you are struggling with boundaries is that you become very resentful towards other people, because everything you do is you're doing for others, but yet you feel like you're not getting it back, or maybe you're starting to feel guilty. So as a result of you subconsciously protecting yourself from all of that, is becoming more resentful. Sign number 9 of you having issues with boundaries or setting boundaries is you feeling tired a lot. You feel exhausted. Every time you do something is always for someone, is always having someone, you're always on the go. You feel like you always have to do things to make other people happy, and there's very little you in your life. So be mindful of that as well. And lastly, sign number 10, that you having issues with setting boundaries is you find a relationship difficult. You find being in a relationship difficult. You believe that maintaining and being in a relationship is actually a hard thing to do. It's very take loads of energy, take loads of your time, and you just don't like the idea maybe of being in a relationship or relationships at all. You just prefer to be maybe a bit of withdrawal. So 10 signs. But what are the reasons that you actually might be struggling with boundaries? The reasons that you are struggling with boundaries is either you have attachment, you have insecure attachment, so attachment issues. Number 2, you have experienced childhood trauma, abuse, neglect. And number 3, you've been observing people. Maybe you were growing up with the environment when there was no boundaries, and that could be part of your childhood trauma. So, but those 3 things are the result of you not having healthy boundaries, or that you're struggling with healthy boundaries. So what can we do now that you know that you are struggling with setting boundaries, that you are struggling with putting them up, what can you do? My first suggestion will be that you start psychotherapy or some kind of form of therapy for yourself. Self-help books can be good, or maybe be more aware where you're not setting boundaries and start to put them in a healthy way. I did another video of what not to do when we're going to set boundaries, so maybe that video would be helpful, and you will find it in the links below in the description. So that could be helpful as well. To know what not to do will help us to know what to do as well. And maybe start practicing communicating with others clearly what you want and what you don't want. Because once again, boundaries are about communicating with others about what you want and what you don't want. So those things definitely will help you set healthy boundaries, healthy space for yourself. So if you like this video, please like it or share it. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my videos, which I'm posting once a week about mental health and personal development. Guys, thank you so much for watching and being here with me today. I'm sending you loads of love, like always. Bye!